Hey guys, what's up? Blue here. So before Mettlestate Season 5 kicks off tonight, I thought I would do a quick run through of all the teams in Pro-League and maybe give a bit of background to each of them. First, a disclaimer though. I am merely giving my opinion on what I think about these teams, and I'm not an expert on team analysis. This information is just from my time in the scene with the players and casting the games. Also, I can only give information on what I feel confident enough to talk about. So if there are more positives or negatives between teams, it just depends on what I've noticed. Now onto the good stuff. This is a list in order of position from last season. First up, we have Team Lupus, our Season 4 winners, coming in on the last day of Season 4 with 3 chicken dinners in a row and 48 kills. They are a team that once they get rolling, they are just unstoppable and will demolish anything in their path. They are extremely quick on the rotates and manage to consistently secure compounds late game. That, combined with their high firepower of all their team members, puts them as one of the favorites for this coming Season 5. Next up is Energy Esports. They maintained what looked like such a steady lead right until getting upset by Lupus on the last day. Energy are definitely one of the most established teams in South Africa. These guys know how to play competitive PUBG. I would say, as far as reading other teams' movements and playing the circles, no one does it better. That, combined with their deadly long-range accuracy and high-level splits, as well as clutch ability, puts them as the most solid and well-rounded team coming into Season 5. With the addition of Ace Arena this season, their lineup will be more solid than ever. Sinister 5. It's been a rocky road for one of the oldest teams in PUBG ZA, but this current lineup seems to have brought life back into the team, and some much needed aggression with it. Sinister 5 is by far one of the most dangerous teams to find in-game. If they see an opening for a team fight, they will engage out of nowhere and catch many teams off guard. They are consistently looking for fights throughout the game and are good at not overextending. This means that even though they might get knocked in trades, they can usually get the reses to make it to endgame with 3 or 4 members up. They are currently first place in the GG League and will be looking to take first place in Mettlestate this season as well. Definitely one to watch. TGE Fate, one of, if not the strongest collection of fraggers in a team. They enjoy taking the 4-on-4 team fights and really excel at it. I would say though that recently they have been struggling with rotations in the mid game and can't seem to get a footing for the late game. When they do get to the late game though, they completely take control. You can see I've also added the struggles heading to some teams as we go down the list if I think there is an area for them to improve in. Knocked. Knocked is a team that can quickly take control of the game if they are allowed to. They rotate well and can drop on teams like a ton of bricks. The addition of Dexo will give them a lot of firepower and will help them bring consistency. You can be sure as well that if there is any injustice in the world of PUBG ZA, then Knocked will not hesitate to stand their ground. TGE Destiny. 5th place in Season 4. One of the newer teams compared to our previous ones, but nonetheless, they are managing some awesome results as they grow, and I'm sure we will see them rise up in the leaderboards in the future. One thing I would like to see from them is getting a little bit more involved in team fights. Sometimes they are happy to just kind of hold their ground and make it to the late game safely, but they lose out on quite a lot of those kill points. Now we have WRG Assault, one of the oldest teams in PUBG ZA. They have been struggling a little bit, but I think their placement is a bit deceiving. I think their reading of competitive play circles is extremely strong, and they have some of the smartest rotations and holds in the game. But they are prone to small errors which end up costing them and not allowing them to make it into that top bracket. If they manage to isolate and fix their mistakes, I think we can quickly see them jump to top 3. Witbankcutter. Season 4 was their first season in Pro-League, and although they had a bit of a rocky start adjusting to the meta, as the weeks went by, we quickly saw them grow in confidence and start to perform more and more and take home chicken dinners. Definitely one of the most fun teams to watch in the league. Dark Illusion, another newish team that has managed to solidify themselves in Pro League. They are notable to me as being one of the only team that manages to pull off bolt action sniping on a competitive level. Between Tactical Terry and It's Me Moose, they manage to consistently hit moving targets across the zone and pop heads. Too often, I think they find themselves in the chaos of zone rotates and go down early fighting. If they can manage to consistently set themselves up in the late game, I think we will see the true potential of Dark Illusion this season. In ExGaming. They had a bit of a rocky time in Pro League last season, but managed to finish solidly. I'm eager to see where this team goes, and I like their choke point edge of zone playstyle. They just need to work on their small meta things like keeping their cars up and scouting their rotations better. Horizon Lost and Found is one of the teams I admit I know a little bit less about, but I have seen them constantly improve since starting competitive play, and I'd like to see how they play now that they're a little bit more comfortable in Pro League. Horizon Gaming has a similar story to the teams in this bracket. We have been treated to some nice plays from their members, and I think that we will see a lot more from these teams in Season 5 now that they have had a season to adjust and get used to Pro League play. WRG Recon, WRG's newest team. Coming from first place in Open League and with the solid showing in the current GG League, I think we have a new top 5 team on our hands. All of the members are coming from previous Pro League teams, and I'm keen to see what they can do with their experience. TGE Comet, another TGE team. Soon the whole of PUBG ZA will just be the global elite. This team packs a serious punch though, and I'll be interested to see if they can maintain their confidence in Pro League when coming up against some more prepared teams. Covert Killers, a team that performed well in Open League with some pretty OG PUBG ZA members. We'll be keeping an eye on them for this season as well, definitely. And finally, last but not least, WRG. Arguably, they have the best name in the season, and let's see if they can manage to hold their position in Pro League. And that's it. If you're still watching, then I hope you enjoyed my short analysis of our Pro Series teams for Season 5 of Mettlestate. If you feel I'm wrong in some places, feel free to make a video response or tweet longer, or just tweet angrily at me and let me know what you actually think. I'm Blue, and I will catch you all tonight for the opening night of Season 5 Mettlestate PUBG ZA Pro League.